Hey guys, I haven't posted in forever, and hey Red Chin, remember this? I still use it to keep my head warm. Anyway, if any of you know Red Chin up in PA, he gave me this when I was up there. Um, where was I going with this? Oh, I haven't been out in ages, or I haven't posted in ages. I have been out doing my thing. The other day, tell you a quick story, and then I'll tell you what's been going on. I just went out and it was middle of the day. Uh, it's lunchtime. I just want to take a little bit of a break, and this area I go to is not too far from my house. Grabbed my dog, went out there, and was just smoking a cigar. And it's a nice little area just to peacefully kick back and take in nature. And that's really all I was there to do. I didn't expect to have anything happen. And as I was sitting there, my dog and I were just sitting there, and there was a wood line right near us, and all of a sudden, I'm standing there, and it's cold out. So, and this will come into play in a minute. I'm looking at that wood line, just enjoying it. And I've been kind of praying a little bit, and I heard some of the noise. Sometimes when I pray, they'll start moving, walking or moving in. But anyway, I heard a noise, and then I stopped praying and I looked up, and I'm sitting there for a little bit, and all of a sudden I see that watery look, that translucent look, but it's walking. It's literally, it was almost like the shape of the side, like if somebody was walking and you seeing them from the side. And I know it was about 8 to 8.5 feet tall because I saw this branch where it was at. And again, I played basketball, so I know the 10 foot, and below level, I could pretty much estimate the size. But it walked. It stopped for a minute, and then it walked, and then it just disappeared. That translucence disappeared, and I was sitting there, and my dog didn't spot it, but my dog apparently had his eyes on a deer that was right next to it that had also come in real close, and so she was honed in on that deer that I didn't even see, and I was honed in on this image. And this is one of many times that I've seen this, and I know it wasn't a trick of my eyes, because literally this whole event, I would say, lasted about 5 seconds. So I got to take it in as it stopped for a second sideways in front of this tree, and you see it's almost like a wavy look. And no, it's not steam or anything. It was freezing out. So, and I kept looking, just to make sure that it wasn't the trickery of my eyes. And after this, for quite some time, I kept looking to see if I'd see anything like it. I know what I saw, but it just walked on, and then it just disappeared. Now, the last time this happened, again, I would have probably questioned myself and written it off. My dog was with me and saw both of them. There was two of them, and they moved different directions behind a tree, and then around you could see it, and then back out in the open, and then off to the left. And my dog saw this and was growling, but this time she was more honed in on this deer that was over there that I didn't see. So, real interesting. And I know people say that stuff doesn't happen, but listen, they show you what they want you to see. It depends on how far into this, or you are, I believe, how far advanced in this walk, in knowing them that you are, that they'll show you more and more and more. I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but for some reason I've seen a lot of weird stuff like that. And and others who go in with a closed mind and just think of these as animals. Well, they're only going to show you the animal. But when you know that they are those beings, and that they're much more than that, for whatever reason, they reveal more of that to you. I think, and I know that they're in your mind when you're out there. But yeah, I've been going out there playing some music at night. I'll go out there with my dog sometimes alone. And like the other day, I went out there, and I was looking at a video that I was into before I did anything, and I was smoking a little cigar. All of a sudden, I started hearing snapping, um, around me in the trees around me. It was dark, and I laughed and I go, "Well, you want to hear the music now?" And then and then you could hear the exhale, like that. And I said, "All right, I'll put the dang music on." And I put the music on, and you could hear them settle in different spots. And so that happens many, many nights. That's what I'll do is I'll go out there, have my cigar, play a little music, and they like it a lot. And then sometimes I'll go out there during the day and I'll see all the spots that they've cleared out, or in some cases they put like a pile of sticks up and they sit behind there. But there's a lot of places where they've just cleared out areas behind trees. They always want trees and things between them and you. And where they're sitting, it's just big cleared out areas, big flattened areas. And you can see the trees where they've been rubbing them with their hands and maybe looking at you. Trying to think. I told you about the one I saw. I haven't seen any since then, and this was the first translucent one I've seen in this area. Now, the other area that I described to you, where I saw that, it was an entirely different area. So, anyway, but they're really funny. Oh, and the other thing, my dog was with me one night. And actually, it was last night. It wasn't one night. It was last night. And she walked up towards these like bushed area. There's a lot of thick bushes where they get in behind there, and starts looking at with nose looking right at them, and then they whistle to them, like that, and she just like turns her head, doesn't know what the hell. She knows what it is, but I mean, she just like acts curious, like what the heck. It's hilarious. But these guys are so cool. I mean, it's pretty cool when you could go walk in the woods at night and you don't even feel. I don't feel worried at all. I could walk in any woods really. I don't feel scared or concerned because they're the biggest, baddest dudes in there. And even if it's a dogman, I really don't think they harm you. My personal opinion, if your heart and mind is good and they're people, I really don't believe they're going to bother you. Now, everybody's going to say, oh, they're like people. There could be some bad ones out there. But I've been in a whole lot of woods alone, all over the U.S. and just swamps in Florida and stuff alone. I could have been killed many times over, and I've encountered them, recorded them, so they were there. I know that they were there. Never had anything happen, so I'm confident that that when I go in there, that they're there and they're not going to harm me. So anyway, I listen to these programs where these people get killed. I just don't get it, or they say they get killed. And some of the stuff is somewhat compelling, but I just don't get it. I've been out in so many areas, and you would think that I would have gotten knocked off by now. There's so many other people just like me going in all these other areas, and some of the same areas where supposedly these people are knocked off, and it's just those random people that supposedly get have things happen. I don't understand it. But I feel very confident, and these guys are huge. I mean, I look at the markings on the trees where they come around me, and I know exactly what trees they're peeking around, and I pretty much know where they're at in that area anyway. When they come in, I know where they're going to be. But they're just really, really big. Really big. I mean, some of these markings on the tree where they're putting their hands, they're like 14 foot high. And I realize they've got long arms, but that still puts them up at that 9 or 10 foot level at minimum. So, just interesting. I still love doing it. I've been working a lot, but I always like to get out at night and just take my break. And sometimes during the day, just go hang out. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Happy Thanksgiving.